Hello everyone, in this video we are trying to learn about the dates, precisely about the functions related to the dates in earthengine. So the basics are always important, little things are important to make the big things, and this is what we are trying to learn here. And these little functions, small functions, are really important while we try to write the big functions. And we also need to be aware of any new functions or any old functions developed by the developers themselves. So if you are new to earthengine, this will be very helpful for you. So here we have the very first two lines. So in the line number 1 we see the var. This means we are making our new variable. So our variable name is my_date equal to sign, and here we have this ee.Date. D is capital. This means that we are creating the earthengine type object. Then we see these two opening and the closing of the brackets, inside which we see the dates inside the single quotes, and then we print them, or print that variable by, again, followed and closed by the brackets and the variable name. And when we run this, we see something like this. We have the date, and we also see the time here, and the type is date, and some value has been given here. And there is the function ee.algorithms.objectType. So A, O, and T are capital, and then we provide the variable name to that function, and this will help us to know what the type is. Although we already know this is object, this object is a date, so this confirms this variable or this object is the date. And here are the few nice functions that we can learn. So here in the line number 7 we have this variable name and this dot advance, and inside the brackets we have the 1, years inside the single quotes. So what it does is it advances our original date forward to a year ahead. And if we print this, now what we see is we have the new date, that is 2023. Our original date was 2022, so we have advanced our original date value to the 2023. Similarly, we can do this for the week as well. So here we have the 1 week, and we can see the months has changed because the addition of the week has caused to go to the next month. And then we also have the way to go back to the time. So here this -1 will take us to 1 year before. So if we do this, we can see now this is 2021. Our original date was 2022, and so we have moved to the 1 year before. And these things can be done with year, month, week, day, hours, minutes, or even second. And can certainly change the value here. So I have just kept 1. For example, if you do the 10, so we will have new date here, 2032. So we can change the values as well, we can change the units as well. So this is the first function, my_date. And there is the nice function, nice next function here, that is the difference. So this will help to know or calculate the difference between the two dates. So here we are doing this my_date one, that was the new date we created, and then we are saying this dot difference, and then again my_date, and we see the days. So this will give us the unit or the difference of the units in days between the two different dates. And then we also have this months here. So if you run this, what we see here is the difference between the two different dates in days is 365, and the difference in months is the somewhere like 11 point something. And we can also print the string or the text with our variables. So you can see here we have the string here, comma, and then we also have our variable name again followed by some text or string. So this is just a way to print the result to make ourselves more aware of what the result is. So you can see the difference between the two different dates in days or in months. The other helpful function is the format, and here in the line 32 we're printing this our original variable followed by dot format, and then we see this year for y's and for 2g's. So this will format our date into the year and the current era, that is AD. And we also see this dot format in the line 33, that is the month and dates. In the line 34 we have the E, and then all the way to capital E multiple times. So this will give us the week number and the day of week. So there are different ways to format the dates, and if we print them we will see here this is 2022 AD, and the month is 06, and the day is 24, and then we have this 5 Friday. So how you use this dot format depends upon you, but there are so many other ways to format the dates as we need. So very nice way to use the date information and retrieve them by this dot format. And there is also the other way to create the date, although we created by ee.Date at the very beginning. We can also do this by this ee.Date from ymd, and the D is capital here and ymd is capital here. So this will give us the new date, that is something 2020, 01 and 30. And similar to formatting the dates, we also have this .get. So this .get will give us the information or retrieve the information from that date. So we have this .get. We want to know what year it is, month, week, day, hour, minutes, or even second. So when we run this, we can see the year is 2022, the month is 06, week is 25, day is 24, hour is 0, minute 0 second. So it depends what we have provided to the date or what the date contains. So this might be important when we develop the function and we want to assign new date or assign the new date to the newly created image. Then we have the relative function to know the position or the exact relative position from the original date. So we have this .get relative year to year, week to year, day to year, day to month. So if we run this, so what we're seeing here is the date itself related to itself is 0. So the first year to itself is 0, and the week relative to itself is 24. The day related to that year is 174, and the day relative to that month is 23. So earthengine considers 0 as the first value, and the 0 is usually taken while counting the numbers. Then we have this milliseconds. So what we saw at the very first beginning, so we had seen something like this here, and the very first beginning we had seen this value, This value is nothing, just the number of milliseconds since this date, 1970 0101. So this is the computer time, let's say, called the Unix epoch. So the computer domain uses this date as the beginning of the time itself. So we are calculating the milliseconds from that date, and that is the value usually considered for the dates. So what we have here now is we're just getting the milliseconds from the date. And the very important function is the getting of the current date. So this is very nice because we can literally know what time, or sorry, what day or what time it is now. For example, if we do this ee.Date, and this is the function here, .date .now, and then this will give us the date, and this can also give us the millisecond. The original function itself gives us the millisecond. ee.Date converts into the date. So you can see here. So basically this date.now helps to know the current date and current time. So while I'm recording this is the date here, the time is here, and this will be this is very nice, and it keeps on changing every time. If we again run this, because things are changing, so the time is changing here. And the last one is the user based entry of the dates. So we will ask the user to enter the date, and that date will be printed in the console. So we have the prompt, and inside the brackets we have some strings or information provided to the user, and that is converted as the earthengine type object by ee.Date, and then we will print. So if we run this, we'll get some information here, enter date. So I will enter a date, and I'll do OK, and this will be printed here. So these are the new, not exactly new, I mean these are the functions we can explore more. So dates are very important when we are trying to use earthengine, when we are trying to use different types of data in earthengine. So the more we know about the dates or anything or any functions related to the dates, we will be better in developing the function, we will be better in working with the data. So I hope this was helpful. So any comments are welcomed. Thank you for watching.